Today, I'm sitting down with mental health advocate, soon-to-be author, and host of the incredibly popular podcasts, The Psychology of Your 20s and Mantra, Jemma Sbeg.
Thanks for having me.
Jemma, welcome to DITL.
I'm so excited. And you guys, I hope that I'm like a fresh Aussie accent.
You are. I think you may be our first Aussie.
Lucky me.
Lucky you.
I can't rely on that too much for my personality though,
I always say that if I lived anywhere else, it would be in Sydney, Australia.
I have this argument that I say to people, which is that there is not a person in the world who could not live in Sydney. Like specifically people from California, it would be like closing your eyes and waking up and you're still in the same city.
Truly.
But it's the best place in the world.
It really is. I was very fortunate that very early on in my career, I went to Sydney on multiple trips for business. Oof. And was spending sometimes like 24 hours, but usually like 5 to 6 days there. And I just absolutely fell in love with Sydney.
What was your favorite part about Sydney?
I think it was because even though I was in another country, there was something about it that felt so familiar. And the people, the people in Sydney are the kindest, sweetest, creative. I just I adore Sydney, Australia, and I adore the people in Sydney.
And they're really hot.
Oh my God. I'm like, wait, beautiful.
But then I'm like, sounds like I'm calling myself hot. But no, in general, like the people in Australia, like I think about all my friends. I'm like, God, you guys are beautiful.
So everyone is so good looking.
Yeah, I know. I find it overwhelming, especially when I go to Bondi. I just don't go there anymore. It's probably like you guys going to Beverly Hills. You know what I mean? It's like, I just can't, my ego needs to take some kind of vitamin before we go there.
I remember actually I went to Bondi and I went into like one of the random beach shops there and I bought a towel and some sunscreen and went and laid on the beach and just like enjoyed the day. And I was just like, man, this does feel like parts of LA.
The other thing about Sydney, and we'll get into it with my DITL, my day in the life, is it's such a morning person place. So I have this problem when I'm in LA where it's like 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. and I'm like, I want to get breakfast. And I'm like, nowhere's open. Or like, okay, well, I want to like go shopping or do something and it's like 9 a.m. and it's like opens at 11.
Yes.
And I'm like, what am I going to do?
Things open way too late in Los Angeles.
But they also stay open later.
Some things. Yeah. Bars, yes.
Yeah.
But like a lot of things don't stay open that late.
I know. I'm really stuck here, guys. I don't know what to do. But
what have you been doing in your early mornings here?
Oh, I've just been like exercising at my hotel gym, but it's a really terrible gym at the hotel. Like the hotel in general is really nice. Something must have happened because the only thing that's working is a treadmill and it's like all in miles. So was like on the treadmill and I was like, okay, 8.5 kilometers an hour is what I'm thinking I'm doing. And it's 8.5 miles an hour. And
you were running.
And I was like, holy crap. Like I'm going to fall. Like I'm genuinely going to fall off this thing. And there's no one's going to find me because it's in the basement of this hotel. And there's like no one else here because it's literally as big as this room. But then I figured it out.
I need to like Google the kilometers to miles equation.
It's 1.6.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I don't really know the reference.
Yeah. It's actually the same as our, guys, so lame, same as our exchange rate. I don't know why I figured that out.
That's easy to think of.
Yeah. But I always just times it by 2 and then like I don't know. I always like do this funny math. But it was definitely fast. But that's what I've been doing. There is also a diner at my hotel, which is a really nice diner and it opens at 7. And I'm like there like gnawing on the bars, like knocking on the window, like
waiting.
I've been up since 6. Like,
let me in.
Yeah, let me in.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, let's get into it. On DITL, we always start at the very beginning of your day. So what time do you wake up and how do you get your day started?
So normally between like 6 and 7, depends. I'm an early riser. I just feel like if I start the day early, I can get more done in those early hours. And then I feel like my days require less distinctive time blocks because I can like get out cleaning the house. I can get out like exercising. I can get out chores in the morning and like, then they're done. But the way I start is I have a Hatch alarm clock.
The best.
It's actually a dupe. So sorry, Hatch. But it's really hard to get them in Australia. So I've just got like a dupe one from Amazon.
Whatever works.
Yeah. And I love like the noise, like the little bird noises. And then my partner is a lawyer. So he normally he works late. So he normally sleeps until like 9. So I'll just like leave him in bed. And it's really cute. Like, you know, then he'll just take up the whole bed because he's quite tall. And I don't know, I'm a hogger of spaces. So he's always like in the corner. And then I get up and he's like, probably the best like 2-3 hours of sleep he gets the whole night. Then I'll like go, normally like I'll make breakfast first and it will be like a berry smoothie or an omelet. I eat the same foods all the time. Are you the same? Do you have like a go-to?
No. There's like certain things maybe where I do that for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
For breakfast, it's really like whatever is available in my refrigerator and what's easy and on the go. So it's the berry smoothie. And what do you put in the smoothie?
Okay, we're doing coconut water. Classic. So I used to work at Boost Juice. So I'm going to go back one step. Boost Juice, I cannot rely on Australia being my only personality trait. But again, Boost Juice is like a smoothie store in Australia. I don't really know what it's comparable to here. Like Joe and the Juice.
Yeah, okay.
It's like Joe and the Juice, but with no food. And so I used to work there when I was in high school. And so I obviously know all their smoothie recipes because I used to make like the same 5 freaking smoothies like every single day. And they had this smoothie called the Weekend Warrior that was like my favorite when I worked there. And when I left, like it's like ingrained in my mind. So I just recreate that recipe. And
You're so lucky.
I'm going to give it to everyone right now.
Please.
Okay, so it's coconut water, then 2 dates, then frozen blueberries, half a frozen banana, oats, whey protein, and a little bit of honey. And I put like a lot of ice in it because I want it to be like thick.
There's nothing better than a thick smoothie.
Thank you. I went to One this morning because everyone was like, you have to try this Hailey Bieber smoothie. And it wasn't thick enough.
It's also, well, before I share anything, what was your hot take on the Hailey Bieber smoothie?
Okay, it's really expensive, but I did take a taste and I was like, dang, this is good. I was like, this is actually really tasty. Like, it tastes delicious, but it's not thick enough. So it got really watery at the end.
My thought is delicious, but too sweet.
Yeah.
And like, you can't drink the whole thing.
See, I didn't. I got to like this much, like probably like a cup left. That's not a helpful measurement. Like a little bit at the bottom. And I was like, this is too liquidy. There's too much strawberry flavors going into my eyeballs and down my throat. Like I can't. It's a full body experience.
If you go back to Erewhon and you want to try another smoothie, it may teeter on the too liquidy side for you, but maybe you can ask for it extra thick. I used to actually order at Jamba Juice, which is like a smoothie place here. I used to always order my smoothies extra thick, but you should try the turmeric crush at Erewhon.
Okay, I will.
It also just looks beautiful.
Ooh, well, we love a good photo.
Mm-hmm.
I will do that. Okay. I probably will go back. But yeah, there we go. That's like my first breakfast. Second is like an omelet, but I'm like a mushroom, spinach, parmesan girl because I'm like, parmesan has so much protein in it. And obviously eggs, protein, but I'm iron deficient at the moment. So I'm trying to hit my iron targets. So that involves like a half a bag of spinach wilted down to just like get it straight into the bloodstream. Or it's a Vegemite bagel. Vegemite.
You guys love Vegemite.
It's just salt. It's like concentrated salt. That's what no one will tell you. Everyone's like, I hate this. I'm like, yeah, because humans aren't meant to eat this. And we do. It's like why we have such terrible like hypertension and like high blood pressure in that country.
I have tried Vegemite before.
What were your thoughts?
I honestly can't remember. I don't know. Good,
Dang.
bad. When I come back to Australia one day.
When Dear Media opens up a Sydney office.
Yes.
You will be getting a gift package from me and it will just be 20 million jars of Vegemite.
I love it.
What was your favorite thing that you would eat when you were in Sydney?
So there was a restaurant there and I don't know if it's still open called the Apollo.
Yes, it is still open.
And they had this cheese, this like hot cheese. I think it's called like Saganaki. And it's like this creamy white cheese. And they like torch it with fire. And it comes over to your table basically on fire.
Yeah.
And it's just like creamy and buttery and so delicious.
Do you dip stuff into it?
Yeah. I can't remember what you dip into it. Probably some sort of good
Like
bread
apple
or cracker.
cracker?
No, not like healthy
apple?
kind of. It's like some sort of good bread.
Yum. Focaccia.
The Apollo's still open?
Yeah, it is. It's like near Circular Quay, right?
I don't remember.
It is.
Yeah.
I think so.
You know.
Yeah. I feel like that's the restaurant I always like, one of those restaurants I always take my parents to when they're in town because I know they're going to pay for the bill. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Do you still do that?
Yeah, of course.
like, oh, I just like really want to try out this restaurant. Already like looked at the menu.
The nicest one in the city.
Of course.
Yeah.
Duh.